Number one quarter.
Good looks, right?
Yeah, I'm working rough. Yeah, I picked up a Hilton Head timeshare.
We did.
Yeah, a couple years ago. We got a really good deal on it.
That's a nice place. We've been down there too. We traded through RCI.
Oh, down Hilton Head? Marriott?
I don't remember if it was Marriott. And it wasn't oceanfront either. It was like a block and a half.
This is oceanfront prime. Normally just rent it out, and then we got a couple of them, and then we take that money and make them rental, and we go get a beach house, and we're probably going to beach house.
Oh, cool. What's the maintenance fee down there?
Every year it goes up. I think this year it's like $1,700.
17?
Yeah.
Virginia Beach is over 13 now. 13.30 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just each place. Right?
Yeah, it depends on where it is.
Yeah. But of course, the rents is only a couple of years ago we only charged $1,600 for it.
Right.
Of course, some little class is like $1,500.
Yeah.
But last time we did 45, and we did it again, we'd probably go higher.
Oh,
$4,500 a week. If I get two of them out that price, you know, then kind of like take that, you know, beach house, and then not beachfront.
Right.
Go one back. It's still,
yeah, walking distance. Yeah.
and well, it's walking. Pick one that's got access right to the beach.
Right. We've been trying to sell the thing because when we first got it, it was, I don't know, like $700-800 12 years ago for maintenance fees. And now it's, you know, almost 14. I mean, it keeps growing. So we was trying to sell it and we got no takers.
Well, you get the secondary market stuff.
And we put it out on one of these timeshare
Well, why sell it?
websites.
Why not use it?
We are going to use it, but we got tired of it. I mean, after 12 years of using it, we sort of wanted just something different. We can trade, but every time we don't plan a year in advance like most people.
So you're all good spots.
Yeah, if you plan a month in advance, you can't get where you want to go. You know? Through the exchange system.
Sure.
Yeah. So
A
it's,
month in advance, even try to get your block time.
yeah. So we either use the time that we have, which is coming up next week, or we try to rent it out.
Now is your time springtime? What they have, or some prime time?
It's red time, but it's red time.
Red time?
You know,
Premium time?
Yeah, premium time, but it's right before Memorial Day.
So it has to be in June, it's not available.
Right.
Because that would be prime time, like June 15th or something.
Right.
When schools get out,
Yeah, right. It was a little cheaper when we bought it because it was before June.
Right.
Yeah. We actually leave on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So, which is fine. We don't like the big crowds anyway.
Well, you can rent them out. I mean, ours ran the band.
Did it? Yeah.
Well, first of all, we had to keep it where we knew, and one time they would take it where we advertise.
Right.
And then when we advertised once, it was just a couple days.
We rented it twice. One time we turned it over to the resort and we only got $700.
Now we're plus you had to pay a maintenance fee?
Plus you had to
So
pay
you lost money.
So we lost money, yeah. So then the next year I rented it myself and we broke even. You know, I didn't make a line and we paid the
I think
maintenance.
you said it was how much? $1,300
About 13
for a week.
Yeah.
That's oceanfront?
Now rent now is probably about 2,200.
Oh,
Yeah,
rent. I mean, but not maintenance.
to rent it out now a week.
So your maintenance fee is $13.
And the maintenance fee is 13.
Yeah. What's that?
So we could probably make money now if we took the time to advertise it ourselves. But if we go through the organization, they take so much of it, it barely covers the maintenance fee.
I'm trying to think of the site that used ours.
Well, you still had to pay something else to get it
It
listed.
wasn't.
Yeah, right. So are
$4,500.
you tied up in RCI or Diamond Exchange or some other exchange?
I think it's Marriott Director. This is what happens. The guy that my son-in-law's father had a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of this. He paid like $80,000 a month. So he probably had $750,000.
just to buy.
$90,000 for the shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I came, okay, anybody who wants one, that's the going price.
Yeah.
So I picked up two beachfront ones, premium time,
Right.
for that price. And then we were at about, I think I had a time figured out it'd be probably like a 6 or 7 year payback where we got it for free. And actually, the first 2 years, they didn't sell it to the state, but we still rented it out. And
Right.
so by the time it came out, it was only like $6,000 because, the money
Went back into the
went back,
estate.
put in his pocket, but we hadn't paid anything for it.
Right, cool.
So, I wish I picked up more.
Well, we actually have three. One is in Myrtle Beach, which is every other year. And that one's not too bad because it's like $1,100, but you only pay it every other year. So, and you only get to use it every other year, which is okay. I didn't want to go there every year anyway. And then the other one is in Atrium in Virginia Beach on 27th Street. And then this one, the best one, is on 34th Street.
Did you say it was oceanfront or say it's
The best one is Oceanfront. Yes, yes.
Oh, put it out there. They don't take my animals there, right?
We're all geared to go down there now, so.
No, I mean, I'm saying, right, now you're in the gear to do it all the time. You're back into it.
I don't know.
Next year we'll bring.
If somebody, we paid almost $30,000 for it 12 years ago. If somebody came in with $10,000, I'd be happy to
Right,
sell it.
yeah.
I want to get into motorhome traveling again.
Oh, yeah?
And buy a motorhome. But that's, a good motorhome is $100,000.
Yeah, gas.
Gas and diesel, both.
Yeah, well, yeah, fuel for it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's necessarily going way back down.
Yeah, that's true. Diesel fuel is over $5 a gallon.
But you can rent those. There's some websites out there that can rent them. Let's say I want to go.
It's $200 to $250 a day.
Yeah.
Plus the fuel.
Right. But if I'm going to the Rockies or going to California, I can fly out there, pick up there, drive along the coastal highway or something, then fly back and diesel all over across the country.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
not your own unit, but
But it's beautiful across country too. You want to see
I've
that
seen
too?
enough of Ohio and and Idaho and North Dakota.
One year we did Amtrak across from Virginia, Chicago to California, San Francisco. And that was very scenic because they stopped along the way. But
Stop to let people off?
Yes. Yeah, you had like an hour at a stop or something like that.
Well, you got to get out before it pulls back out or else I guess you got to take an Uber or something.
But it was a long ride. It was like 2.5 days or so. Yeah.
They ran at night too.
Yeah.
Car?
Well, we didn't get the sleeper car. We just slept in the seats.
That got old.
Yeah. We was glad to get there.
They had sleeper cars, right?
We only did that one way, then flew home. We just wanted to see what it was like.
Well, I thought I'd do that. They have like Banff, Canada, and some of those things that go to the Canadian Rockies.
Uh-huh.
Flying through.
Right.
I thought that'd be pretty good.
One thing I've seen is the Mississippi, sail the Mississippi on a paddleboat. Have you seen that one?
Yeah. I think they have them, yeah.
Yeah. I would sort of like to do that because it just
You want something relaxing,
Yeah. It seemed like there'd be a lot of history and you're stopping at a lot of ports. And, the Mississippi run is so
Yeah, we're like New Orleans all the way to Minnesota.
Right. Right now with COVID, I'm not too anxious to do that right now.
What did you get
The shot.
booster shot?
I ain't got none of them yet.
Well, you get that, and then you get it, a couple weeks before you go, you're probably good. Now, we were on a place up in northern Michigan. This what it's called. It's Michigan, Detroit over here. It's way up here, and it's like a finger that comes off the edge called Lebanon Peninsula. The glaciers retracted 15,000 years ago. They left tons of grain with sand and rocks as they retreated, and they left these hills that go out into the lake. And it's everything sand, rocks, rocks. It's pushed by the glaciers. This house was built in the 1800s. And the lady fixed it up just recently. It's a big house right on the water peninsula.
Yeah.
It's very nice. My cousin just lives down the street. He's got a place there on the beach. He's got all the race, jet skis, boats, you know.
Oh, cool.
Tunnel boats, you know, you paddle along.
Yeah.
Surf on the water.
Cool.
So, it's pretty relaxing. Problem is, it's a long drive.
Yeah.
That's a good place to. It's very peaceful up there. I'm sure you're not like Fredericksburg or anything like that. Traverse City is even where we're at. It's a tourist area, but it's just little towns and they're all kind of separate.
Right. That's why I want to do the motorhome thing, because there's so many little towns and a little bit of history here and there.
Yeah.
And then
you could do that around here. If you stayed local, that'd be good, you know? You could do, you know, Peninsula out there, Del Mar Peninsula, area going down Tillamook River.
Oh,
you know,
Chesapeake Bay area, all that stuff.
What do they call it? Skinny Neck or something like that. And then you could do this mountain too.
Yeah.
You get one of those Mercedes diesels.
Oh, the
There's
small
only
ones.
the two of you, yeah.
Yeah, they get about 16.
Yeah, I thought they did better than that.
Well,
See, bigger.
we had a bigger one, and once you get used to that space, you sort of give up the,
Oh, yeah?
you give up the
You
speed.
don't want to go cheap?
Well, it's not cheap. The small diesels, they're pretty pricey.
The bigger one, if you're more.
Yeah, well, we had a 34-foot Beaver, and that was when it was built. It was 230,000, and this was in 1996. We bought it really cheap, and I did a lot of work on it myself.
What did it work?
And it needed some, and it came out really nice. I even touched up paint and everything, and my wife just never felt comfortable driving, but she loved the space, you know.
It's still too big. Well, you have to drive then, right?
Well, she wants to be able to drive to help, but it's,
You don't have to.
I guess, you know, we won't. If you're in a motorhome, we won't worry about the time. We just stop.
Yeah, because I looked at that for years, looked at Vietnam. You know, I even thought we'd drive, because we got a big crowd. I said, let's get a motorhome. We'll pile in the motorhome. We'll all ride, you know, there's a dozen of us, we'll all ride up in this motorhome.
All ride together.
Yeah, which I'm not sure it actually works, because a lot of times there's not that many seats, you know, seat belts.
Well, you know, some of the newer ones now will seat 8 or 10 and sleep 8 or 10. I'm trying to find a picture of it.
A lot of them didn't have seat belts at all, other than the driver and the passenger in front.
No, the seat belts in there, but they usually people use them when they slid down in the cushions.
I'd be worried about the thing rolling. I did one day come across somebody who rolled one of those things.
Yeah.
And there was just stuff everywhere.
It's a lot.